Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So for today, we are student from BGY4001 and we are group 3 that going to present about reciprocity. And before we start our presentation, we would like to introduce ourselves. My name is Nurul Ashikin binti Chalisam and my matric number 192382. Okay, next Sophia.
Hello, my name is Wanur Adeline Sofia Mitiwan Adenan and my matric number is 192054.
My name is Nur Anissa Ainina. My matric number is 194707.
Hi, my name is Nur Fatalia Beta Ahmad Buhari. My matric number is 192404.
Thank you all for introducing yourself. So we are going to start our presentation with our first presenter, which is Anissa Ainina.
Okay, so today we're going to present about reciprocal. So what is reciprocal? So first is reciprocal helping. Reciprocal helping is individual tends to help those that have helped them than any short term. And helping another individual can be more than repaid by the help that is going to be exchanged at later point. For example, like A helps B today and then B helps A tomorrow. But there are problems for the evolution of reciprocity, which is the possibility of free riding. Free riding is the due to the time delay between one individual gaining and the others. For example, like B may accept help from A today, but B will refuse to repay the favor. Then is next is Sophia.
Okay, so I'm going to explain about repeated interaction in prisoner's dilemma. So what is prisoner's dilemma? It is a social dilemma in which two players simultaneously face a choice between two options, whether to cooperate or to defect. Okay, so we are going to look at the table below. Okay, so there will be two players, player A and player B. If both players cooperate, they will both receive a reward. Like for example, they will only get 1 year in prison. But if both players defect, they both will be receive maximum punishment, like 5 years in prison. If only one player defects and the other player cooperates, the defector receives T for temptation and the cooperator get S for sucker. It means that the one that being defected will be the one receive punishment. Next slide. Okay, so there is no way in which individuals can escape this dilemma and come to stable cooperation if two players only meet at once. The stable strategy is the defect way. A cooperation could be stable if the series of encounters go on without limit and there might be a chance that two players will meet again. Why? Because long-term benefits of cooperation between players could outweigh the short-term benefit of defecting. These prisoner dilemmas always misleading as reciprocal altruism, but the cost of helping in short term only be favored when the cost is outweighed by the benefit of being helped in the future. It is more to mutually benefit.
So first is the reciprocity in animals. First is we go to the example of humans. So reciprocal is pretty common in human. First one is GRIM reciprocity. GRIM reciprocity is when a relatively small group of experts trade diamonds from Antwerp diamond market. An individual will give another bag of diamonds to take home to study without any receipt or exchange and no contracts are signed. So if anyone cheats, he will be expelled from community. So this is the example of GRIM. GRIM is when the individuals start by cooperating, but then they will never cooperate again after a single defection. For example, like if someone cheats, they will never be accepted in the community again. And then is next. Second example is economic games. Economic game is to test whether the reciprocity can lead to cooperation between humans. So when individuals play games such as Prisoner's Dilemma, the more points they gain, the greater cash reward they are given at the end of the game. So in such game, repeated interaction with the potential for reciprocity lead to higher level of cooperation. Third example is Melissa Batson and colleagues actually held the experiment in a university coffee room. So this experiment is to predict the humans should be more cooperate if they are being watched. This actually increased the chance of reciprocal helping. Evidence for this comes from field study by honesty box to pay for tea and coffee. Above the honesty box, there was a notice that explained the system of payment for drink. Then, in alternate weeks, Batson added a small image, either a pair of eye or flowers. Thus, they found out that people paid approximately 3 times as much for 3 drinks when eyes were displayed. This finding actually conclude that such as cooperation to avoid punishment. For example, like when they put the eye at the top of the honesty box, people tend to actually pay more than when they put the image of flower, because people cooperate for the sake to avoid the punishment. Thus, economic game also has shown that if humans are given the option of punishing free riders, that they do so may lead to a higher level of cooperation, which means that when the certain human actually have the opportunity to punish the free riders, this will cause the game to actually reach a higher level of cooperation because people want to avoid punishment.
Okay, for reciprocity in vampire bats, there are some conditions are needed, which is four conditions. So firstly, sufficient repeated pairwise interactions. So basically, it explained that there have been some foundings that unrelated individuals between these vampire bats, they still can be sharing the reciprocity as long as there were constant companions in the rules. Okay, for the second one is the benefit of receiving aid must outweigh the cost of donating aid. So it is explained that the bats that lose weight with increasing time since their last meal, there is a decelerating curve. So it means that a donation of a small amount of blood by the well-fed individual, but it still costs a little to them because of in terms of time moving. So the period is not too long. So that's why it is the benefit outweigh the cost. Okay, so the third one is individuals adjust their help to others dependent on the extent to which they have helped them previously. So they must be able to recognize cooperators and cheats, feeding those that had fed them and refusing to feed previous recipients who failed to reciprocate. So basically, it trying to say does these vampire bats will reciprocate to those who helped them and not reciprocate to those who didn't help them. But based on Wilkinson experiment, it is found out that it was not shown that individuals preferentially fed those who had previously fed them or refused to feed those who had not feed them. But it is depends on their association between themselves. So if they are closer to each other, so there's a high probability for the reciprocity to happen. And the last one is cooperation cannot be explained more simply via some mechanism that does not rely on reciprocation. So, as we can see from Wilkins' experiment, it must be based on reciprocity. But for this condition, it can be other possibility, such as because of their close close association, close relative, and also can be due to begging. They beg the other party to feed them, and also can be a direct benefit to keeping other individuals in the same group alive. So basically, if they keep feeding the other party, it could increase their number of uh, population. So basically, it could bring benefits to them too. Okay, thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, for my part, I will present about the last topic in this chapter, which is food and meat sharing in primates. As you can see in these pictures, there are two pictures. One are pictures of olive baboon species, which is Papio anubis, and another one picture is picture of two male chimpanzees. So first I will explain about Papio anubis. Okay, Papio anubis is a species that shown the reciprocity of mate sharings in primate. Why? This is because firstly, when female comes into oestrus, a male will forms a consort relationship with the female, and he will go around whenever she goes. This is for waiting the opportunity to mate, but sometimes another pairs of males will use identifiable signals to form coalition to this male that form the consort relationship will use identifiable signals to form coalition to attack competitors that are consorting receptive females. So this usually will make both of male will attack each other, and when they are busy doing the battle, when they are busy fighting, the male so when this happen, the another male will come, and then the male will meet with the female, that female. So but there are a little evidence that shown that that male that involved in fight will only allow the male that have helped them in the past. That is condition 3. So there are also another observation that suggests that when the female have liberate with the male, both of the male and the first male will compete for the female. This will explain about the immediate direct benefits, which is condition 4, and the pair will lead to an increased probability of mating with the female. So I think that's all from us. Thank you, and Assalamualaikum.